When Radi Kayu first saw the device that would help him walk again, he was skeptical. He couldn't believe such a thing existed, let alone worked. For nearly 20 years, Kayouf was confined to a wheelchair after an IDF injury in 1988 left him paralyzed from the waist down.
I think it's a dream of anyone who's in my shoes, to be able to stand again. People don't realize how much standing is important to people in my situation.
Not only is Kayouf able to stand, he and others like him are also able to walk, sit, and climb up and down stairs using an Israeli-developed mobility system called ReWalk ExoSkeleton. It consists of a bionic suit that attaches at the legs, arms, and chest, and comes with a backpack containing the battery and the control system. Users operate the device using the settings on the wristband. 2 years ago, ReWalk received wide international attention when it was famously featured in an episode of the musical hit show Glee.
It's called a ReWalk. Some guy in Israel invented it.
That guy in Israel is Dr. Amit Gopher, the founder of Argo Medical Technologies, the company that makes ReWalk. After a 1997 accident left him a quadriplegic, he asked himself why paralyzed persons had to go through life in a sitting position.
How come the wheelchair? I mean, people landed on the moon. How can wheelchairs still, which goes back more than 2,000 years ago?
It took Dr. Gopher about 10 years, working with a prototype and a small group of willing participants, to come up with a workable option. Argo now makes 3 units of ReWalk a week at its operations in northern Israel and sells the device for $65,000 apiece. Since ReWalk commands full function of the arms, hands, and shoulders, quadriplegics like Dr. Gopher cannot yet use the system. But his vision is to see ReWalk becoming a real alternative to the wheelchair.
For me, it will be a great reward to see, instead of wheelchairs, people walking this device in the street.
Recently, ReWalk was one of several Israeli life-changing technologies presented to U.S. President Barack Obama on his visit to the region in March. In the U.S. and Europe, ReWalk is already used in rehabilitation centers for veterans and has even helped some paraplegics enter marathons. The company is now setting its sights on a system that would help those with more serious spinal injuries, quadriplegics like Dr. Gopher, get to their feet.